This podcast is powered by The Plug.
Thank you for listening to this episode. If you or your company are looking to jump into the podcast world, now is the time. The Plug Agency is here to connect you to the full power of podcasting. You just record and leave the rest to us. The people are listening and want to hear from you. Theplug-agency.com. That's theplug-agency.com. Click the link in the episode description for an exclusive offer.
It's about you. It's about me. It's about us.
It's about you. It's about me. It's about us. Let's live our lives on purpose. You can talk to her. You can tell her what's wrong. She'll encourage you, yeah. She'll help you be strong. 'Cause you're her brother, you're her sister. Tell you always got your back. You ain't gotta worry about that. 'Cause it's all about you. It's about you, oh yeah. It's about me. It's about us. Let's live our lives on purpose.
It's about you. It's about me. And yes, it's about us. Welcome to Living Life on Purpose with Tonya. Enjoy, 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 enjoy.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever this message finds you. Hello, tribe. We missed you, we missed you, we missed you. We're in studio today with some beautiful, beautiful queens. I warned you guys last week that we were going to be coming, and so now we're coming for you. We're coming for you today. So, welcome to Living Life on Purpose with Tonya. The question today, ladies, that we have in studio is, what is your purpose? So let's start. Anybody, just jump in. Tell us your name. Give us a little bit of history. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and then let us know about your purpose.
Hello, everyone. I am Felicia V. Hawkins. I'm a proud and supported and loving wife of 25 years to my amazing husband, Derek. Nice. I'm a mother of two undeniably brilliant and beautiful souls. My daughter, Deja, she's 22, and my son, Derek, who is the departed angel, 24 years old. I'm a godmother, school mom, a loyal friend to many. I was born and raised in Tennessee, and I have enjoyed and embraced all of the experiences, traditional, non-traditional, of being raised in the South. I'm proud to be a Black Southern Belle, and I use that pride to guide me on how I conduct myself on a daily.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that, Felicia. So I want to kind of lay a little bit of the groundwork, like why these queens sit here in studio today. I met each of them at a different time in a different space, but I wanted to illuminate these queens. I wanted you guys to meet them. They're doing some magnificent things in our community. And so many times we're so siloed, we're so in our own little corners of the world, if you will, doing what we do. And a lot of times we're just not seen, we're just not heard. And I think that this is a time, I know that this is a time that God has set forth for us to come forth, and for me to be that conduit and that vehicle by which to get women seen and queens heard in this day and this hour. So welcome, Felicia. I tell you, I honor you, and just want you to know that I see you, and it's time for the world to see you. So thank you for being in studio, and we're gonna get into some real deep and heavy conversation. Who's the next queen that want to tell us a little bit about themselves? They're shy, but they're not shy. These ladies are not shy, guys. Come on, queens, tell us about yourself.
I'm Keisha De Leon Paris. I am a certified nurse practitioner in the Northeast area. I have almost 10 years of experience as a nurse practitioner. The neighborhood nurse practitioner. I come from a case management background. After I got away from bedside, I went into the homes, into the schools, into the community to start to make an impact. And so just continuing to fall along those lines. I work for Denver Health and Hospitals part-time in a ambulatory clinic, and I also have a health and wellness center. It's called the Ultimate Experience Health and Wellness Center, and we are changing the way we deliver healthcare. I've been married for 25 years to my loving husband, Kevin. Well, 6 kids, 10 grandkids. My daddy lives with me. I got a dog, so I wear a lot of different hats. I have an extensive village of people whom I love and support and receive their support as well. So hello.
Hey, Keish. Keisha's dopey dope, guys. She's just a long-term sister friend. We've been through lots together, and yeah, she's just dope. And what she does in the community is just extraordinary. And I know, and so I want all of you to know what she's doing out there in our community. So, hey, Keish, and keep a good lookout, like ladies and gents. We're going to be highlighting her health and wellness so that you guys can come and visit, so that you can see and take part in what she's doing in the community, because it is all about us. It's all about us and living our lives on purpose. So thank you, Keish, for what you do, and we'll be engaged in some more conversation. Who do we have next? Our next queen.
I'm Shalina Miller. Who am I? I'm an advocate, an advisor, I'm a scholar, I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, I'm a friend, I'm a mother, a wife. Been with my husband for 21 years this year. We have 7 children. We have 6 boys, 1 baby girl.
Wow.
Yeah. I also have dogs. I wear a lot of hats as well. As I said, I'm a scholar. I'm currently working on my bachelor's in special education, and I serve as a kindergarten teacher. And I just have recently taken on a new position as an equity liaison for my school community, and I'm supporting minority staff and students and family members in the community. So that's exciting. Yeah. Hi.
Hey, Shalita. So this queen, I just met her. Excuse me, guys. My throat is feeling a little crazy. I just met her, but her spirit, that thing, it just, I don't know. She just made an impression on me. And so, again, want to illuminate her and let you know that, yeah, you're needed. And I want to take the time to just honor you. And there's some great things that are going to come out of you. I see that. I prophesy that out of your belly is going to flow rivers of living water. You know, she gets our children when they're babies, right? So in the beginning, my gosh, and that influence and that which she pours into them is so vital. And so I just want you to know, sis, that I see you, and I'm looking forward to it. I told you that I'm looking forward to seeing, you know, just how you blossom and how you're going to bloom and make a difference, you know, in the world just because of who you are. So thank you for being here, and thank you for being you. Oh my goodness. Our next queen, who do we have?
I'm Tonya Clark, so I'm a little bit of the oddball here in the sense that I was born in Lusaka, Zambia, and the southern part of Africa. And most people are like, I don't know where Zambia is, because the news wants to highlight all the craziness that's going on. And Zambia is relatively peaceful. So if you think of South Africa, and above South Africa, Zimbabwe, and then you get to Zambia. So we have the Victoria Falls. So what brought me to Denver, Colorado is the love of my life, who I married a couple of years ago, Chet W. Sis. And that's what brings me to be here with all these queens around me. I'm also a mother, and I think in the African setting and in the African American setting, you are a mother to a lot of people, not just your biological children, but biological children. I have a son who's 27, and I'm going to be a grandmom soon. I can't believe that. It's just so exciting. And my daughter who's 23 and is in grad school. I am a firstborn of 4, so I don't know if there's any other firstborns. There's something about being a firstborn daughter. It's just another, it's something different. You're kind of mini mommy.
Right,
yeah,
right.
You stand in for mommy. And I have been a lot of things. I have been changing my hats as I've been going along, finding my way. And right now, what really makes my heart sing is teaching yoga. I love to teach. I come from a family of teachers, though not of yoga. And I love to design. So I tend to wear a lot of my designs, like the top. And I love the fabric and the vibrancy of the fabric where I'm from. We call it chitenge. So yeah, that's what I'm about. And it's about, I think teaching, I love teaching because I just love to see other people grow. It just warms my heart.
Well, welcome to you. You know, I knew her husband, the futurist. Some of you probably have heard his voice. He has this distinguished voice. So a lot of times, like, folks will ask him to do things because of that deep voice. And he's just a lovely, lovely person. And I am so glad that you chose him and he chose you, and that you're here in this space with us. Again, just a phenomenal person in the community, a phenomenal woman, doing yoga and doing, you know, just adding. I've never done yoga, so I am so excited to actually get to start to do some yoga and start to be in touch with my body and you know, being able to listen to my body and what it needs. And I think it's just so important. We oftentimes talk about, I asked one of my girls today, how you feeling? And she said, good. And somebody said, for real? Because we know that's an automatic, right? That's the go-to. I'm good. And for me, I'm blessed. I'm you know, so it's just time out, and it's time to really start to do things that promote health and promote wellness, like yoga, and some of the other things that these ladies offer. So tribe, listen. You guys can call in. You guys can ask questions of these ladies. Anything that comes up for you, you can put it in the chat. I think our next session, we will have a call in where you can actually call in live and we can have conversation. So I'm really, really excited about where this podcast is going. I'm just elated about the direction by which it's going. So ladies, I guess the question now is, since the program is Living Life on Purpose with Tonya, let's talk about your purpose. Let's talk about if you know what your purpose is. Let's talk about what purpose means to you, and anybody can start.
I'll start. This is Felicia again. Purpose. That's something I've been contemplating. You know, just trying to figure this out. I'm going through a journey right now, just really trying to figure out where I want to be, what I want to do next. I think with COVID and other life experiences that I've had over the past year is steering me in a different direction as far as what I want to do. I'm a nurse. I'm new to the doula world, so I'm trying to get into that. I always love to care for people, so I know that my purpose is in that. But my purpose, I feel, is just to be me, and to give love, to be a friend, an inspiration, an advocate, an educator, a giver, a good mother, wife, friend, and just a community healer. And so, I'm just stepping into that, and I'm going to embrace it because I feel like I have so much to give. Mm-hmm. And it's just where my heart, my mind, that's where it's leading me. And so, yeah, all of that is my purpose.
Absolutely. And it is my belief that when you really understand why you're here, why you were given this flesh to have this earthly experience, when you really get to knowing why, it makes life so much brighter and so much more fulfilling and so much more worth it. There's so much going on in our world today, so much hurt and pain and just all this stuff, right? I think that, and I believe, and I know in my knowing that knowing my purpose, knowing your purpose, it just makes things so much easier. It makes life so much brighter. You have an understanding like, this is it. You know what I'm saying? One of my ancestors who I love, which is Harriet Tubman, sometimes when I don't feel like going no further, I just think about that queen. I think about her being free, but knowing her purpose. So she had to keep going back and grabbing and getting those people, getting her people, understanding that that she wasn't free until everybody's free. Mm. So I just, I'm just real into this purpose thing, and I know that I am that vehicle by which God is using to get as many that will go, as many that will hear, as many that will respond to the call that will come. That I'm pulling them, because Harriet said I could have freed more slaves if they would have known that they were slaves. Mm-hmm. But she wasn't nothing nice, because she told them midway through, you ain't going back, because you are important, but you're not more important than the whole, right? Than the mission. So you wanted to say something, Fee?
Yeah, and I will say, after losing my son, as I said earlier, I'm a grieving mother, and so for me, I feel like even more now, I know that nothing is promised to us. Mm. Tomorrow may not come, and so why waste time, and why wait? Mm-hmm. I know I have to do what I got to do now, and that's why I say I want to be a community healer, because I know that is where my purpose needs to be. Our women of color, our race, we need to wake up and heal each other. Because if we don't do that, we cannot move forward. We cannot leave each other behind. And so we have to make sure that what we're doing is intentional, and that we're serving, however that may be. Mm-hmm. I could sit back and just wallow in my sorrow, but I know my son wouldn't want that. Mm. So therefore, I have to move forward. Mm-hmm. Be positive. I have my days, don't get me wrong.
Sure.
But I know what I need to do, because I know that's what my son would want me to do. Mm-hmm. And I know that my community needs it. Mm-hmm. I see it every day. I work in the schools as a school nurse. I'm in the community, so I know we need each other. Otherwise, we will not, as a race of people, move forward.
Right. Absolutely. Anybody else? What you think? Purpose?
I can go. So it took me a minute to think about this, mm-hmm. because you think you know your purpose, but I just had to really dig deep, mm-hmm. to understand. And I think that I wanted to come on here and be like, oh, my purpose is to help people. But when I think about it, I know us ladies have had this conversation about standing out and not fitting in. And so when I think about that conversation and my purpose, I know I was meant to stand out and stir the pot. And so what I mean by stir the pot and, start some stuff is I really feel like I'm here to break cycles, break generational curses, stay grounded regardless, so that I can spread love and light. Because at the end of the day, that's what's most important, right? And just be who I needed when I was younger. I think that's really what I'm trying to fulfill, is heal myself and then heal others.
Absolutely. And so I want you to know that you have a tribe, right? You have person or persons that you can go to, that you can come to. You have elders. I don't mind. I am an elder, and that's a privilege denied to many. So I don't mind. I say that proudly. So just know that right now, for such a time as this, for your purpose, that you do have a tribe, you do have a community that will stand with you and stand beside you, right? And hold your hands up when you can't, because sometimes that's all we need, right? Just somebody to just, God, see that I'm struggling, right? I might not even say I'm struggling, but you're close enough to me that Tonya's struggling. Let me just, I got you. And so just know that you do have a tribe. You do have somebody that sees you. And like I said, it's going to be great. It's a movement happening. It's a God thing. It's a movement happening. Believe me, the paradigm has shifted. And people are going to be coming out of the caves. They're going to be coming out from behind the scenes. And God says, I'm doing a new thing. Shall you not know it? Shall it not spring forth? I'm telling you, mark my words. It's a different time. It's a new day. And so those that have been silent, those that have been in the background, it's time for those of us to come forward and not ever try and fit in. I've been there, done that. I got the hat, the t-shirt, the stained pillowcases, from my tears. And I told y'all, God said, why are you trying to fit in when I've made you to stand out? If we all were the same, it would be a dull, mundane place to be, right? On this side of life. It was like, so. Yes, come on, sisters. We got.
I've never actually fit in, and I think a big part of my childhood was trying to fit in. But I'm a biracial child, so when in Zambia, I was like, where we say "come colored," is it like a colored? Because I'm biracial, so I couldn't get up to nothing in the playground because that was Tawani, who did that. But then when I traveled to Europe, to Dad's people, I still didn't fit in. And it might sound very sad in the beginning, but actually, I realized that I should stop trying. And then that gave me the freedom to just be who I am, because no matter how much I try, I'm not gonna fit in. And I feel that purpose for me is being us, really, really being us. And what is me? What is me? What is it that makes my heart sing? So for me, purpose is what makes us really happy. Yes, part of the happiness is, yes, I get immense happiness through my partner in life, through my children, through my friends, through my family. But then there's also the things that I feel I'm called to do, that only I can do because of the specific, Felicia, you said, I am so bad with names, so you're going to help me with names. I'm working on it. I got it right. Oh,
yeah, you did.
That's amazing. Your path means that you can help people in a way that other people can't. And what I have realized with my path that I feel that purpose is always changing, Tonya. It's always evolving. So I don't think it's static, right? So I'm a yoga teacher, and that was my purpose, and it still is my purpose, but it's evolving because I got into yoga because of the heartbreak of my first marriage. And, you know, sometimes we want to be strong, like you said, Tonya, like, I'm all right. You know, that was 5 years ago. I went into a yoga class. I did a heart opening position. I almost collapsed. I didn't realize how much emotion and how much I was carrying until I had started letting it go. So a big part of my journey, I think our purpose is understanding what is unique about what we have come here for. And the signs for me that I am on my purpose is joy. When I'm doing something and time is just going, and I'm happy to ecstatic when I'm teaching a class or when I'm designing, then I'm like, this is it. This is it.
Man.
Wow, this is Keisha again. When I was given the assignment to figure out, or excuse me, to come today with the rest of the ladies to speak about what my purpose is, I was like, okay. I wrote it down. I looked at it. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna come back to it, right? Then I called my girlfriend on the phone. I'm like, did you do your biography and your purpose? Did you do your homework? Girl, because I ain't did my homework. And then we got in the car, and I said, girl, did you figure out what your purpose is yet? I said, we're going to fail this assignment on air, right? I'm just real about it. You know, ladies, and as I sit here and I listen to us, you know, I mean, I have a commonality. Y'all know I make up words, right? With all of the ladies that are sitting with me, right? And so, Tonya, did I say it right?
Perfect.
100% in agreement with your purpose changes, right? So ask me what my purpose was a couple of days ago, and you might get a different answer from me than what you'll get today. And so I'm learning what my purpose is as I'm living and I'm experiencing things. I would tell you I'm a healer. I've been a healer for lifetimes, right? The God, the universe, we could have another story. But I've been a healer for lifetimes. Now I'm learning how it's okay to heal myself. Right? Because I pour so much into everybody, my village, my patients, okay? My patients. I see my patients in the store. We in Walmart together, okay? In the bank, all right? I think I'm working 24/7. And, you know, we're not just talking about disease. We are talking about things that are within that need healing so that we can get to the disease, okay? So in doing that, I'm learning that as strong as I am, as a woman of color with as many hats as I have, it's okay for me to also showcase how to heal, okay? I can show you how self-care is important as well during the process, right? Because see, my sisters that think that my head is always up and my posture is always out, right? Because you don't want them to see the struggle. It's okay to heal and include you in the struggle, right? It's okay to role model, right? On how to struggle and be okay. So I'm a healer. I'm healing. I'm learning from other ladies that are healing, right? And just continuing to walk. And if that's purpose, then this is what my current purpose is.
So sometimes, Keisha and the rest of the ladies, sometimes we walk in our purpose without even being aware that that's our purpose, right? Not identifying. Keisha gave a party, a get together for her birthday, and she brought women together. And in that gathering is where I met these two queens, right? So it was obvious to me. I didn't say anything, but I knew that she was not aware, and it's okay, right? Because sometimes we do. We walk in our purpose unbeknownst to us, right? But in time, in God's timing, and the divine's timing, these things are, revealed to us. So it was like, I sat there and I was like, this is incredible. Like, this is incredible. She invited the people that was in her life, right? That are in her life in different facets, right? In different, different everything, different belief systems, different this, that, and the other thing. But everybody came together, and it was just like, for me, it was just beautiful. I sat there, I was like, this is incredible. And she didn't even know that she was being used in that way to bring this group of people, this group of women together. And it's history. It's history, because there were relationships that were built and people that met that will be forever connected. That's powerful. Like, that is like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? To be a conduit is something else. To be a healer, right? To be somebody that brings people together and to have that cohesiveness. It is just an incredible thing. And like I said, the paradigm is shifted, and there's some beautiful things happening in our world. Along with all the other stuff, right? All the other stuff is there. I mean, what are we going to do? You know what I mean? Either we're going to live our purpose, right? Which causes us to keep going, which causes us to not get, so inundated with the stuff that's going on. Because God knows there's some stuff going on in our world, right? So if we stay connected to our purpose, that's what keeps us going every day. That's what keeps us waking up and saying, yeah, I got this. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get out here and I'm going to do my thing, whatever that looks like. Nobody's judging. Nobody. What? Who can judge your purpose? Who can judge? What? No. So I say just be. Just be. There's no mistakes. There's no just be. Figure it out. And we all are figuring it out. I have a mantra that says that I am a masterpiece and a work in progress simultaneously. At the same time. I'm working this thing out. I'm walking this thing out. You know what I'm saying? And still is a masterpiece. So I tell you, what do you guys, what are you ladies, what are you queens thinking? What are you feeling right now? What's going on? It's a energy in the room right now. So just let's talk about it. Let's talk about that. What are you ladies thinking, feeling?
When you say just be,
oof.
Just be.
Oof.
With no expectation. That's what that means to me. And, when you find yourself, going through something, dealing with something, utilize the people you have around you, because you cannot do it by yourself. We have been taught as women of color to
shut your mouth and keep it moving.
Keep it moving. And that's not healthy. Because by the end of that time, or as we start moving further along in that time, we realize I'm not good. And we're not good for anyone. And so as Keisha had mentioned earlier, self-care. We have to do it. Whatever that may look like for you, you have to do it. Because if you don't do it, how can you care for someone else? You have to ask yourself that question. We go through life a lot taking care of everyone else but ourselves. And and we're important too. And we have to recognize that, realize that, embrace that, and deal with it.
Or identify what self-care looks like for us as an individual, right? Like, what does that look like for me? And a lot of us don't know what that looks like. Like, it's also surface, right? It's also that top layer, right? So, retail therapy works only but so much, and some of us, are shoppers. But that's so top layer, so we really have to take the time, because that's not what, I don't know about y'all, that's not what I was taught, to like sit down and identify what that is, that you can take the time for yourself, like take a moment, I don't care, to breathe, to take a bath. Someone told me one time to take a bath, and I had to think about like when the last time I took a bath. Like, just ran some hot water, put some stuff, some Epsom salt or whatever, some smell goods, and just sat my behind in a tub. I had to think about that, because it's always, I'm jumping in the shower, I got to keep it moving, keep it going. So, I mean, it's the small things, but now is the time. Now is a perfect time. Better now than never. That's what I say. So we can't beat ourselves up over not knowing or not being aware, but now it's like, okay, what does that look like?
I love what you said about being, because I think one of the reasons we're getting exhausted is all the doing.
And not being.
Yeah, it's all the doing and all the things that you think we have to do and that we've got to do. But if we realize that is where I'm shifting, to realize that our presence counts for a lot. Like what you said, Tonya.
Nice.
Sometimes just walking into the room, we can shift the energy. But it's also being more conscious of that. And that has been my journey with yoga, is my energy was very much focused outwards in doing. So part of my journey is coming back home to myself. So yoga for me has been my journey of self-discovery with myself, getting to know myself, and it's still a journey, it's still a trip. Habits don't die easily, right?
Absolutely.
I think I'm really a recovering workaholic, and I have to, my husband helps me, but find whatever it is. And for me, yoga has been a gift, and I know that for a lot of people, yoga seems out there, it seems Asian, and I have actually applied, for a yoga warrior competition with Yoga Journal, because I feel the imaging that is out there is not very inclusive. And there's a lot of self-care avenues out there, but they don't feel like they're right for us. So I want to say that there's another version. Yoga was initially seen as something that is Asian, but now it's kind of, from the imaging, it's something that young, slim, white women do, if you follow the imagery. But what I want to say is, I want to tell everyone who's listening is, yoga is, as far as I'm concerned, is as old as humanity. And we all know where humanity came from. We came from Africa. And if you watch, you're a kindergarten, teacher. They do yoga poses, right?
Definitely.
You see them. They change when they're trying to move from crawling to standing. They go into downward facing dog, and when they're sitting, they fold their legs so easily. So I don't know. I know yoga is not for everybody, but I think we need to explore different things. You don't know something is not yours until you've tried it.
Wow. I think that's a lot of that is traditions, things that we've been taught. Some things we've been taught that were wrong, or I don't know, not godly, or just, we just were taught, and we were taught what they knew, right? So, and they were taught what their parents or their guardians. And so I think that we do need to explore. We do need to be open. I'm not saying not having any boundaries, because that can get real slippery. especially in this day and in this hour. And me being a minister, so I come from you know what I'm saying? That's where I come from. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any judgments either way. It just is what it is for me. And so I know that there has to be some boundaries, but there are also some things that I have learned. I had to unlearn some things and relearn some other things. And I was like, man, I was missing out because I just didn't know. I didn't know any better. The traditions said that they were wrong. The tradition said, don't do that. And so I think that we just really have to be open and understanding who we are, whose we are, and just how we move. And certain things are okay, you know? And like I said, not without boundaries, because we have to have some boundaries. Mm-hmm. We see what no boundaries can do. Come on, ladies, what's your feelings? Producer, how much time we got? What we looking at? All right. Thank you. So, hey, Tribe, I have to find out from the producer here how much time we have, because we'll just, you know, when you got ladies in the house, we'll just go on. We'll talk the talk. So, again, any questions, any concerns, anything that you want to hear, any questions that you have from the ladies, put it in the chat, and we'll get back to you. Again, we're working on live so that people can ask, you guys can ask questions, you guys can have a conversation with those of us that are in studio. It's just an exciting time. I'm just looking forward to, again, where this podcast is going. So ladies, thoughts, feelings before we wrap up.
Well, self-care is the best care, most definitely, right? And it looks different for everybody. But I think in order to determine what you need for your self-care, you know, you have to figure out who you are, right? And you have to be okay with who you see when you look at yourself. You know, if there's some things that you need to call out and work on, then you need to call those things out and you need to work on. Because why do we need to be blocked, right? Again, self-care is the best care.
I agree, Keisha. And, you know, we just have to also move outside of that comfort zone. You know, and yes, we are strong. We're Black women. We're strong. But that does not mean we're not human. We have needs. You know, we have physical, mental, and when I say stepping outside that comfort zone, for me, you know, I'm used to doing everything by myself because, and that just goes back from a lot of the things from my past. I had to depend on myself, and I'm learning now that I can lean on other people. I see a therapist, and which is helping me to work through a lot of the things that I didn't even realize were going on.
Sure.
And we don't realize that until we start to work on it and talk about it. We have so many things that occur in our life, as we said earlier, where we don't really acknowledge it and we just keep it moving. And eventually it will show up, you know, one way or the other. And so, you know, and that's part, for me, therapy that's part of self-care for me. I also do yoga. Yoga is another thing that I'm trying to incorporate. Working on my chakras, you know, is another thing. So it's, and just trying something different than what I'm used to. And I think that's what we all have to do, just open your mind to more things. Because you'll find something out there, you know, that'll work for you. If it's just talking with a friend, if it's, it could be anything, but just do something and don't just sit in it. Because what you do and how you work on yourself can also help you with someone else.
Absolutely.
And as a community, as I said earlier, we have to do this together. We, as Black women, have been holding it down for everybody. For ourselves, everybody. And it's time. It's time for us to take the time for us and recognize how important we are.
Absolutely.
We do.
I wanted to kind of piggyback on what Felicia said. This lady told me a long time ago that when your head is all messed up, you ignore that, right? Okay, I got this. I'm just gonna do things a little different. But as soon as your throat hurt or your nose running, or let your butt hurt, ooh, you at my clinic. You at my clinic.
Exactly.
Right? And so it's a whole, right? Nothing functions if the mind doesn't function. And so, yes, we need to be comfortable, right? Talking to people. And, yes, sometimes we do need to talk to somebody that is an expert, right? It is okay to talk to your sisters. You love me, right? But when my husband make me mad and then he make you mad and then I come back and tell you we going away from the weekend, you might still be mad, right? And so those boundaries, right, they're important because of the villages that we have and because of the community and the dependence that we have on each other. So it's okay to get you an expert. Mama and auntie and daddy, they okay too. But get you somebody that's trained in that, right?
It's okay to come see me.
Yes. Yes. Tonya, I don't want you checking my heart, okay?
No, ma'am.
All right.
I'm not going to do it.
Right, but you can give me some interventions to keep going, right? No, honestly, it's okay to take care of your mind. It's okay.
It's a necessity.
I just feel like I need to say to anybody out there, to you ladies, give yourselves credit, right? I think that's a major part of it. And I know you were talking about being comfortable, and you both said everything I was thinking, because we're connected like that. But I also just want to point out that self-care, when you think of self-care, you're thinking of feeling good or feeling better immediately. And self-care needs to probably hurt. It needs to sting a little bit, right? So when I think of self-care, it's getting uncomfortable, getting vulnerable. Like, what about me do I need to unlearn, unsee, readjust to be okay? And that's the hardest thing for anybody, especially a woman of color, to do, right? Because you're supposed to keep this persona of strong and strength and take care of everybody. But in my journey right now, that's what I'm learning. Self-care is healing, it's hurting, it's crying, it's releasing all of those things. So just wanted to point that out.
Wonderful. Thank you. And I just want to thank each of you for coming out and for allowing yourselves to be seen, for allowing me to put you in the light, right? I appreciate you. I appreciate each of you. It's not going to be the last time that you ladies are in studio. We're going to do this again. And before we leave, we're gonna go out with either I Am or My Black Is, and that's how we're gonna go out. And so, one of you model that.
Oh, I got this one.
All right. Yes. Yeah. Do you see how that happens?
Yes. I am a beautiful disaster.
Ooh, I like it. I think you need to say that again. Say that again so the people in the back row can hear you.
I am a beautiful disaster.
Ew, I like it.
I'll say, I am a work in progress.
I'm the lesson.
I like it.
I'm taking care of me because of all that I need to be for myself and others.
I am amazing. And with that, tribe, be amazing. And always remember, it is about you. It's about me. And yes, it's about us. Know that you're loved and you're supported. We'll see you next time.
It's about you. It's about me.
Yo, it's Julius, and I just made traveling easier with the motorized scooter suitcase. Let me say it again. Motorized scooter suitcase. Yeah, that's right. The luggage has got a built-in electric motor. So the suitcase, I can ride it and glide through the airport or the train station, through downtown, and it all fits in the overhead storage bin. No more crowded terminals trying to say, excuse me, y'all gonna see me gliding through there. I can hop in and off the light rail like it's no problem. I'm not struggling to carry these heavy ass bags of podcast equipment anymore. All you gotta do is just click the link in the episode description that says Smart Suitcase. Click Smart Suitcase and see what I'm talking about. I'm telling y'all, it's going to change the way, if you're traveling, this is going to change everything. Click the link. Let's go.
Subtle results, still you, but with fewer lines. Botox Cosmetic, out of botulinum toxin A, is a prescription medicine used to temporarily make moderate to severe frown lines, crow's feet, and forehead lines look better in adults.
Effects of Botox Cosmetic may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness may be a sign of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Don't receive Botox Cosmetic if you have a skin infection. Side effects may include allergic reactions, injection site pain, headache, eyebrow and eyelid drooping, and eyelid swelling. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Tell your doctor about medical history, muscle or nerve conditions including ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects. For full safety information, visit BotoxCosmetic.com or call 877-351-0300.
See for yourself at BotoxCosmetic.com.